Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Know Before You. I'm Brian Parker in the Brian Parker Group. Today, we're going to talk about what credit score you need to have to obtain a mortgage loan. There is a wide range that you can have to do that, but depending on where you are within that range, it will affect your interest rate, the potential loan program you may be eligible for, and then also really maybe the cost of your private mortgage insurance, PMI, if you have monthly mortgage insurance on your mortgage as well. So the tiers are pretty standard. Every mortgage lender across the country is the same. And there's really two ways to look at it. You have your credit score tiers for what your interest rate might be based on your credit score and your loan to value, meaning the amount of money you're borrowing versus the value of your home. And then you also have tiers as related to mortgage insurance if you have monthly PMI on your payment as well. The highest tier for credit in obtaining a mortgage is 780. Okay, so 780 to 850, it's all going to be the same. All right, and then you're going to tier down from there from 760 to 779, and the rate's probably the same. Your cost to obtain that rate could vary just a little bit depending on your loan to value, meaning if you're a 90% loan to value, it might cost you this percentage of a discount point difference in the rate versus 80% loan to value, et cetera. Those are called LLPAs, loan level price adjusters. And if you Google them, you can find them. They won't mean anything to you. Just talk to me or your professional to figure out how all these different things factor in why we may make a certain recommendation to you for the loan program that best fits you. Because the loan is not always about the rate. It's about the best payment and how you fit within these different credit score tiers. Okay. Next tier down is going to put you from 740 up to 759. And then you've got 720 up to 739. And all those are going to be relatively similar in the rate, maybe slightly different in the cost to obtain the rate. So don't get caught up in it. If you're over 720, you're good. All right. But once you go down from, 720 and you're in that 700 to 719 bucket, and then you go to that 680 to 699 bucket, now it starts to probably make a difference in what your rate might be, anywhere from a quarter difference in the rate at a 700 credit score to a quarter lower in your rate at a 740 credit score. Okay. Now let's stay in this top tier, that 680 or higher. Now, if you have private mortgage insurance on your loan, your PMI at a 680 or 690 credit score is going to be probably significantly higher than what it would be if you have a 740 or 750 credit score. So when I'm working with you or any consumer as a client, now when I'm looking at rate, but then I'm also looking at what the cost of the PMI might be. How does that fit in that program? And then where can I find a better program that the interest rate might be a little bit higher, but if the PMI is significantly lower, you get a better payment. And so typically in today's current environment, if someone drops below a 680 credit score and they're looking to buy a primary home, there's several loan programs that most mortgage professionals are going to look at. One is FHA, because the monthly premium for that insurance will be considerably less on an FHA loan. The FHA rate also in the current market is probably a little better. 6 months ago, it might not have been, but right now it is. Or if you're an individual or a household that fit into an affordable lending product, that means your household income is below a certain percentage of the adjusted area median income for where you might live based on the number of people that live in your household. And then you could stay in a conventional loan versus potentially dropping back and looking at an FHA loan. Now, all conventional loans, they will go down all the way to a 620 credit score. So again, finishing up those tiers, 620 to 639, 640 to 659, 660 to 669, 679, excuse me, and then 680 and higher. Okay. But no conventional loans are available below a 620 credit score. Now, FHA doesn't really have a minimum credit score requirement, but it does. And it's going to be reflective of what lender you might be working with. I've worked with companies that they won't go below 640 on the credit score. Some won't go below 620 on the credit score. I have personally recently done with my company credit scores down to 580. And it does affect your rate when you start getting down in your lower credit scores and stuff like that. I would tell you though, if you're an individual that has had issues in your circumstances throughout your life where you have a credit score below 580, if there are going to be places you can find a home loan, I'm going to advise you, please don't. Work on your credit. Come see me. Give me a call. I'll help you and give you guidance on to get your credit scores up so you can be in a position to get you a better loan. Because the difference between a rate, even on an FHA loan with a 580 credit score to a 680 credit score, probably a full 1% in rate. You start dropping below that 580, now maybe 2% in rate. Plus, you got to have what we call compensating factors, meaning lower debt to income ratios, maybe some extra money left in the bank after you buy your home and stuff like that. Now, if you are in a situation where you have on a conventional loan that monthly PMI in your payment, then really every 10 points makes a difference on how much that PM might be. Okay. 680, 690, 700, 740, 750, 760, and so forth. So that's just a little bit about your credit tiers. The last thing I'll say in wrapping today's video up with you is if you're looking online at Credit Karma or FICO, where you see your credit score through one of the monitoring services you use, that is a consumer credit score. And when I or any mortgage company pull your credit, we're going to get a score probably 20 points, 25 points below that, because a mortgage credit score is a completely different algorithm. So keep that in mind. So if you're seeing that you have a 640 on your service monitoring that you have, we're probably getting 620 or 615. So consult your mortgage professional. I'm Brian Parker. I'm at thebrianparkergroup.com. God bless you. Hope you have a good day.